moving on, okay? That is Paul Quello. We're going to be looking at that later on. But first, our guest is here. He's been a friend for a very long time. And as much as he says, we Kali have seen you grow, I've quite literally seen this man transition from I don't know what to the man that he is right now. SimonSays, Simon Mainge, Simon aka Simon Says.
All those AKAs.
Simon, I'm not that. What?
That was way back.
That was way back.
That was way back. That was, wow. Yeah, that was when I was a little skinny boy.
Yes, you are.
Yes,
Yes,
you
you
have
are.
blossomed into a nice little woman. Call me a man. Oh my goodness.
No,
Yes,
not yet. Not yet.
I don't have chest hairs yet, so I don't think I'm there yet.
And it's a breakfast show, guys. I
don't think I'm there yet, but I am. Nice to see you, and good morning.
Good morning. Good
Yes,
morning.
indeed.
You know, from radio to
Yes.
YouTube and a TV show
Yes.
to a lecturer.
Yeah. And then now digital marketing instructor.
Yes,
Yeah. And people transition, don't they?
you do.
Some things you have to leave behind, like your
Yeah,
quote said.
yeah.
And you have to actually say, you know what, when that door closes, you know what, you have to leave that thing behind. And
But
actually
is it
realize,
that easy? You know, some of these things we talk about them and see how it's so easy to just shut the door and move on. And what's the new thing?
I think it's more of a mindset. I don't think it's just like you're just leaving things behind for the sake of like saying, for example, if you say like you're leaving some friends behind in 2020, it doesn't mean that that person is less than you. You should not see it like that. It just that means that you want to transition to a different way of thinking.
Okay.
And you want to transition, because the moment that you say you're cutting off friends and you're thinking that you are better than them, that's not where it becomes wrong, and you could actually be worse. And in fact, maybe we should just look at it is that I want to transition to a different way of thinking, so hence I have to transition and change my behavior.
That is so true.
That's
and
just
you
basically
have
it.
changed a lot.
Yes, look at the way even you're looking at me like, wow.
Like, wow,
Tell me more, Simon.
And you know,
Yes.
you started off like you did media.
Yeah.
We met at an internship.
Right.
Yes, I think
Exactly.
2009. And you, at that point, you were still creating content
Yeah.
for radio. But then things happened. Social media wasn't such a big thing back in the day.
Facebook was pretty.
it was-
Facebook was important back in the. I
It
remember,
was,
yeah,
but
yeah.
it wasn't like people were using it now to make money. Or it was just, when I look at my page back then, it was just full of
Selfies.
Yeah.
Selfies were not a thing.
They were not a
yet
thing.
until
They were
like
not a
around
thing.
2009, 10 there, 10 onwards. But yeah, selfies were not that big. But just taking like a picture here or there, and then now just showing people, oh, I'm here. Nothing. It was never viewed on the business aspect of things.
Yeah.
And right now things have shifted because people have
Yep.
realized that attention is where it's social media.
Yes.
And what you businesses actually that's what you've seen people, everybody inviting you to a page,
Yes,
to
that's
like a
true.
page, and then now you see more ads on your
Yeah,
Instagram feed,
yeah.
and you of course
and
even
somehow it's sort of aligned to the things that you look for. So
True.
if I go onto social media and just search for maybe a handbag, then I will have many more ads pop up on my feed. So it's also aligned in a way. So it is not, it's very intentional. I think that's the word for
And
everything
that's the thing now. You see, like right now, there's a lot of like controversy talk about why is social media invading our privacy? Like, why is all this information? But Facebook started this game a long time ago when you actually inputted this data, of course, onto the platform. Now, what happens is that, see, in the data game, once they're able to see that, oh, Mukali searched for a handbag on Google, and then there's a YouTube, someone else is making a YouTube ad, so that's YouTube pre-roll. Before she watches her next video on Full Circle to see how she did, she would actually see an ad about handbags.
Yeah.
And then now that will maybe initiate her to actually purchase, and that's what leads to transactions.
And then this information is important for you as a service provider.
Yeah.
You need to know this so that even when you're tailor making your videos or you're placing ads on social media, then there's a lot that you need to learn, which is where you come in.
Yeah, it's true. And one thing I've seen a lot of people do, for example, is that especially when you're making social media ads, you need to be smart about how you make your ads.
Yeah.
Here's what I mean, because not every ad, everybody knows right now that they're being sold to in one way or another. From your WhatsApp, you see people who post nothing but shoes.
Yep.
Nothing but shoes throughout every day. Like they think this is now working hard. This is now what I gotta do.
No, it's
And-
not.
and it's not working smart.
Okay.
And what you have to do realize is that people, when you're actually making an ad, you have to be very specific. For example, if I want to target, know who you actually want to target. For example, if I'm doing now handbags, sticking with your idea. First thing I would want to say is that I would even want to say the word ladies, or say even put a lady in front of there, because people want to buy from who they can see that it resonates with, and people want to feel like, oh, yo, you called me out and you said ladies, and I feel like, okay, cool, let me listen to what you have to say, quickly address the issue. Like maybe is your bag, if you want to address like this bag is portable, you can now instantly do that, but do it as fast as possible. Nobody has time to waste their time on consuming.
Why you talk so fast on your YouTube?
No,
like catch up with me.
Like, keep
Time is money. Keep up.
Well, yes, I do. I've never actually, but people have actually adjusted to it.
Yes.
And that's actually the way I edit my videos. Now, that's part of my branding also on the way I do my videos. I choose not to do the prose kind of thing like you do right here. People are seeing us on TV, having the conversation on
you keep
prose.
Popping up on the screen.
Yes.
You know,
like energy in your face,
the whole time.
and you stay.
Yes.
That's the thing.
And it's been your style for a very long time. Was that intentional, or did you figure it out as you went along?
Now that's interesting. What happened was I started hey, if you go to my first YouTube videos, they're all like prose.
Yes.
It's all a process of like learning. And then what I did was I watched some other YouTubers and I saw that, oh, there's a little cut. Then I learned how to actually edit via, I was starting to edit way back in the day. I used Premiere Pro, I was editing, I was like, okay, cool. I got sharper and better as my videos came along. Because that's literally the process. Even as a content creator, if anybody wants to content create and everything, literally the process is that you get a better understanding of where your voice is at and what way you can actually communicate more efficiently once you actually now put out more content. And the more content you have there and you're actually able to watch it, you see, okay, cool. And you're able to see the transition. I can see the transition from this to this day and night.
That's so true.
That's literally how you get better.
You know, the making money out of this is the other question, because we have so many people on these platforms. Selling each and everything, people selling themselves like I'm a brand.
Yes.
I'm the business, you know?
Exactly. I'm selling me. And not in a funny way, guys, but you know, if you're a corporate MC, if you're an influencer, then your life sort of is like exposed to the public. And how you translate that into money is what the question is right now. And we're going to take a very short commercial break. When we come back, if you have any questions, if you want to get into the business of digital content creation, any question whatsoever, SimonSays will be here after this break. 111 for just a shilling. Ask that question. Find us on Facebook, Switch TV Kenya, Switch TV KE, on Instagram. Full Circle with Mikali. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Full Circle with Mikali. SimonSays in the building. We're talking about branding yourself, marketing yourself the right way on social media. And the one question that keeps popping up is, how do you measure your results to know that you're able to reach X number of people within a given time frame? How do you even charge for that? You know, there are rate cards. We've seen some for some celebrities that have been leaked out there and stuff. How do you know for sure that this is my worth? All right. Well, now this is for content creators, not necessarily business people, right?
Yes.
So content creators, in the sense that, okay, so someone wants to now post on your timeline, wherever it is, on your feed, and they're asking you to do such and such. Now, first things first is, I would say, is that seek to be part of whatever it is that they are doing. For example, if someone comes to you, like I do business cards, and say, can I make content with your business card? Then you can actually now charge for the process of making that content, because remember, you're a content creator.
Okay.
And then you charge for the process of making that content, be it a short clip or whatever. And at that, now when you charge that cost, now you break it down. Okay, cool. It costs me this much I charge for making that piece of content. And then when I post it, I expect now this much engagement. Now, another key thing, especially when business people are dealing with content creators. Business people yell at, but I get no conversions, all I get is likes.
That's true.
Business people don't want likes.
No.
They don't care about those things. That's for you content creators. They don't care.
What do they want?
No, they want conversions. I want, where's the money?
Yes.
Yes, that's what the people really want. Now, one thing I would say to business people, when approaching content creators, you must first of all do this. Is Mikali good for me when I'm now selling men's shoes? That makes no sense whatsoever.
At all.
Now for handbags, how can I use Mikali to the optimum to make sure that my audience actually now purchases that particular handbag? Now, do I want Mikali to make a little short video? saying something, and maybe I write the script down, or maybe I allow her freedom to actually make her own script, or which way to do about it. Because remember, see conversions in the sense that she want one sales, make sales for the bag, and value now for the product. Like with this, how many handbags, like projecting now our followership, how many handbags do you think that should be actually able to sell?
Yeah.
And then now, does that make any business sense to me, considering how much I'll pay her?
Okay.
Now that's the thing.
Okay.
And how is she going to post it? Which hashtag is she going to use?
What timelines?
And yes, and of course the times even are there. I think it should be. I think it's right now it's public knowledge.
Yes.
Like, there's times
On
you can
the
actually
insights.
post, and then there's little tricks within. Like for example, you can actually use even within Instagram to actually even get more interactions within your posts. For example, even a free one right now.
Okay,
A
please.
free one, a freebie.
Tafadhali.
Whenever you post something, for example, on Instagram, post something on Instagram, okay? There you've posted it.
Okay.
Don't like any of the comments, okay? Don't like it. Just respond to them, okay? When you post the next one, like those comments of the previous post so that people can actually be notified that you actually posted the new.
Again.
That's now one of the little tricks you can actually use to actually increase engagement and get more responses and actually get more interaction. Look at you, mind blown.
What? Simon, are you going to charge us for this?
Yes.
It's like
And
after the
this
show,
is what
we
I
call
mean.
it
Yes.
Dubra, something, something, you know.
Exactly.
Okay,
That's
that
one of
is
those
genius.
things.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, one of those things even I've actually seen by engagement even. That's one of those things when I train people who actually learn from me. But I've also seen that when you actually, even for business people, you talk about content creators.
Yeah.
That's one of those things you have to look at is like, does this person suit my does it suit my customer? No, don't necessarily like, is this person relevant to my customer? So that now, then that, because the customer is relevant to your pocket.
Yep.
So that's one of those things you have to look at.
What?
Yeah.
And you know, we can all be here talking and saying how Simon is teaching us tricks. We need to see what he actually does on his YouTube
Oh,
channel.
no.
So, we have a video for you guys. Take a look.
We need to talk. We have no phone etiquette. Hakuna. No, the Kenyans have phone etiquette. And this starts to even how we start our conversations. Some of you, when you are called, you just keep quiet, like leaving the other person hanging, like hello, hello, yeah, hello, 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 hello. Now say me kitu. No. And then those people call you, they don't have the decency to say hello, but they just hop in right into the conversation and say, Uka. They don't care how you've been. All they want to know is, Uko happy. Now this is acceptable if you have previously planned that you're going to meet with this person. But some of you have taken Uka as the new hello. Even if you're in a relationship and the first thing that you always say in the conversation is, Uka, kwende uko. Have some decency to say hello. But this is the worst. If you do this, you deserve to be circumcised in public. If someone doesn't have your number and the first call that you make to them is a reverse call,
Jesus is Lord.
what's wrong with you? If you need a counselor, we will get you one. Because your mental health is our biggest concern. But nothing says, I want to be a burden to you, that someone reverse calling you and you don't even have their number. And finally, if someone asks you for your friend's number, just give your friend a heads up that you're giving out their number. Because conversations like, where did you get my number? And then your name is brought up into the conversation. You don't want to be that friend. Overall, remember that when you're calling someone, you're asking for the other person's time. So when that person gives you their time, treat it with some degree of respect. Kenyans, we need to talk. We have no phone etiquette.
Sheesh. Okay.
That's true.
That is true.
That's true.
That
I
is
mean,
so true.
You would know.
I would know. It's like, ulitoa wapi namba yangu?
Yeah, it's like who gave me my number?
And they don't even introduce themselves.
Nah, so yes, we especially people who call you with the wrong number.
Yeah.
And then they just go straight into the conversation.
Yep.
As if
And
they
they're
know
like,
you. It's like,
wrong number?
that's literally why when someone calls me with an unknown number, I just say, hello, this is Simon. Straight up.
Okay.
So you can tell me who you are.
Okay.
Reciprocate.
You see, that's just one clip that we've just picked from your YouTube channel, but you have a lot of content around things that we actually go through every single day.
Yeah, true.
And it's just how you package it that is very different from me coming on and being like, so please, ukinipigia simu, just don't say this. You see, how long will you listen to me saying that? You will definitely go and listen to Simon.
Yeah, true. That even when I was saying you like quick cuts.
Yeah.
And keeping it short. And of course, what I like noticing is that one of those things that people complain about the most, and even like that's also how you even get content, even for business people. Like, how do you get content? Even that business people, of course, complain about, how do I get content to post for my customers? Because you look at what do your customers talk about.
Yeah.
Literally, that's it. If you're an internet provider, how do you make content to show that you are actually an internet provider that's actually, one, efficient, and two, that's actually listens to your customer? Because guess what? Before Mikali comes and purchases internet, or even me as an internet supplier, what do you look at first? Nowadays, the customer is very smart.
Very smart.
We're not dumb-dumbs.
No, we are not. Not anymore.
We're not dumb-dumbs. We are very smart people, because what happens is, even young 20-year-olds, before I buy into supplier, I look at your comments.
Yep.
What are people saying about you?
Yeah.
Your reviews.
Yes.
And actually what you post.
Yes.
That's literally the breakdown before I come and I purchase.
Even going to places, even going to hotels
True.
to eat, you just look at what are the reviews saying.
Exactly. And some of those reviews, or some of them on Google Maps, some of the employees are leave a comment. Like, we know.
That's true.
We know these things. There's nothing that you're hiding. We know these things. But what we do is we come to your Instagram. Is anybody interacting? Is anybody leaving a comment? Are you posting engaging content? Now, if your competitor is doing the right thing and you're not, your competitor is getting all the business on social media.
Okay.
And that's where a lot of people can go wrong in business people. If you actually, because even some people still are like, now social media, why? Why do I need to do this thing now? So like leave it out to the side. But COVID-19 kind of like woke up a lot of people, because now the marketing was like cut off. You didn't have now the walk-in marketing, the whole like here's the flyer or anything. That was cut off for a while.
Yeah.
And as people are just like, okay, how do we do this thing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then now you see a bunch of ads everywhere. I'm sure you've been seeing some of those.
It's so true. And how you even do your videos, what is it called? Adding on music onto it, and the little funny voices and memes.
That's me.
That's you. So it's important for people to know that it doesn't work for everybody.
No.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, even the process of like me making that content. First of all, even that video that you just watched, that one is pretty popular on TikTok, actually.
Yeah.
A lot of people have done reaction videos, and they can't keep up with my mouth and everything, but I see what they're trying to do. But what I do is I first script it up. Okay. You have to first script it up, and my brain sometimes in the middle, like literally I've mastered even just scripting up very fast, but at the same time I see, what song says this effectively? And at the same, what I usually do is I either have like music playing in the background, randomly, then a song just like leaks in my head. Oh yeah, that works. Boom. I added a lyric inside there. Boom. So it doesn't have like, that whole copyright, nini. Keep it like around 3 seconds, 2 seconds, very fast. Pa! And you get it done.
That's a hack. That's a hack right there.
That's literally what you do.
That's a hack.
Exactly. And when you do that, now you're able to like now deliver the message, entertain, at the same time be efficient in how you actually deliver the message. It can be effective.
Okay.
That's what
for influencers, there's wanasemanga nini, number of followers equals rate card equals this amount of money. Does that work?
Here's one thing I would say for influencers now. For influencers, I would say this: bank on not your number of followers, bank on the content itself.
Okay.
Like even before I post, I know this much. Even before I post, before even you post, bank on I'm bringing you value based on the content that I make. Like for example, I have worked with some people. If you look to my timeline, especially on TikTok, you will see that I've made some videos, some ads for some various companies and everything.
Yeah.
Now that one, what I do is I charge for the script. You charge for even how editing, because I even have editing process. And if they want if they want like me to post it, because sometimes even my content alone and they post it on themselves works efficiently on its own without even me sharing it on my. Now that social media becomes a whole different conversation.
Okay.
Now that's what I would say. Break it down in the sense that you are showing your process of content creating.
Yes.
And so your process is not viewed as so I say you're just posting. What is this? When you break it down for them, and it makes now sense. Now you put it like, for example, around their product or service. That for the business person, they'll see the logic in why you're saying yes. It costs 30,000 for you to post on my post. It costs 50K. Why?
Because we can see the content. We can see the creation process that you go through for you to put out content out there. How expensive is it to start? They'll be like, if I want to do this, if I want to create content, then I'll need a expensive camera, stuff like that. Please just break it down. There are many youngins.
Look at that video I did right there. I was just
low budget, zero budget. What are you saying?
My budget is my phone, and just basically it was just sitting on it. I was just sitting down and just recording my phone, and the lights, maybe just a light, electricity, but there's no crazy budget. But the only thing is, I would say is, literally the one thing that stops a lot of people to actually even start content creating is the fear of, I don't know what content I need to make and I need to like start from the top. No, you need to just start and actually now execute. Because a lot of people saying that they are perfectionists, saying that I will not start until like a perfect stand.
Yeah.
Things have aligned, the stars have aligned.
The universe.
No.
No. Okay.
Execute.
Okay. But what's the most challenging thing that you've experienced and maybe you've shared with?
Okay.
Oh, you already have an answer. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Cool. Wow. So
Yes.
I will finish my question next year.
Finish your question.
It's okay. I'm done.
Finish in 2022 around the election time. But
Yeah.
basically, one of the first things, of course, as even I'm sure, even for example, if influencers come on board and want to work with people, is that one maybe payment. Like people may not pay you up, and you may do their job, but may not pay you up. But what you may want to learn is that every single ad you make or every single thing, you should take it as a learning experience and say, okay, cool, next one I should make the ad better this way. I can make it more efficient. So that now, instead of maybe you're charging maybe 500 shillings, now you charge even 2,000 because now you've learned a different trick here and there. And always seek to learn and better your craft. If you stagnate on any level, if you only stagnate on Instagram, boss, you'll be stuck there waiting until Instagram, the algorithm messes you up a little bit.
That's
and
it.
It changes every time, especially right now, Instagram is flooded.
Yeah.
And then now TikTok is very where organic reach is at. And LinkedIn, if you actually want to show how you can actually do a really good job and actually now show to future employers, LinkedIn is where organic reach is at. If you're looking for a job and you're out here, you lost a job last year, what are you doing wasting your time not making content for LinkedIn? What are you doing?
Simon, how can people get in touch with you? You know we're done here, right?
Yeah, we are?
Yes.
No, we're not.
I'm so sorry, but I know
Yes.
you have these lessons and people can learn
Yes,
from
exactly.
you directly.
Yeah.
And how can they get in touch with
Well,
you?
I mean, for me, I literally like release out my main policy is that I like making content that's of value to you as a person, because I like making you smile, and at the same time you come out you having learned something. So even on my social media platform, that's SimonSays. You can search SimonSays Kenya, or even SimonSays Maingi, MAINGI, on any social media platform, and you'll find me there. Basically, I like giving out content that's of value to you because I know your time is of value to me.
Ooh, is that your slogan?
No.
Okay, cool. Just checking. Thank you for coming through. It's always a good time hanging out with you, Simon.
Yes, indeed.
Do you
And
want to
you
do
look
the
beautiful
Carrie
today.
thing before we go?
Oh, hi, Gary. How you doing, mama? It's been a while.
Oh, the end. We're done here. We're taking a very short commercial break. We will be right back. This is Full Circle with Mikali.